Welcome everyone to the Avengenerds podcast where we talk Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host Torin, and with me is my co-host Peyton.
Yo.
Today we'll be talking about Severance, both seasons 1 and 2. Every time comes the description and show notes if you want to jump around. With that, here's Peyton with the news.
There is no news. There's no news because we're recording this back to back with last week's episode because Torin's a big shot actor now. He's a fucking big shot.
Oh my god.
Bro's gonna be working with fucking Robert De Niro soon.
I mean, I don't know about that.
I mean, you don't know about that. I mean, you're a big shot actor now. I don't know what else you're expecting. So Torin, why do you want to talk about Severance? What's so cool about Severance?
So I just recently got into Severance. I know you've been trying to get me on it for quite a while, but like I just don't pay for Apple TV. And so I was like, I got a new phone recently and I was like, you know what? I gotta start Severance. It's right there. It's for free. And ever since I started it, I've been hooked. I binged it all. I caught up to
trying to tell you, bro.
I know. And it's so amazing.
So big spoilers for Severance coming up. We ain't doing no non-spoiler shit. Hell no. We getting straight into this. So when Adam Scott's character died, thoughts?
When he died?
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to fuck with some people. So this is I haven't seen season 1 since it ended. So
like what, 2022?
Yeah, I don't know, like 2014.
What the fuck?
I don't know. It's been like 16 years since season 1 came out. I don't know.
The fuck?
That's what it feels like, bro.
Yeah, Severance came out in 2022. And, I was not part of that crowd who had to wait 2.5 years for season 2. But I may be part of that crowd because season 2 just ended. But Ben Stiller was like, oh, y'all will not have to wait 2.5 years.
Or whatever.
2.5, 3 years.
Yeah, it's going to be 1.5 years.
Better than that, bro.
No, but I do think they've been in the process of writing season 3 already. So
yeah,
I think honestly, I think there was a huge gap because Severance is such a weird show. It's one of those shows that like you don't know if it's going to be a fucking hit or not because of how weird it is. So I think they just waited until it was out to like really gauge if it was worth it. And then it took a bit.
Sorry, I'm eating corn nuts. Got hungry.
I want to eat your corn nuts.
What the fuck?
What? So listen, Adam Scott's delightful in this.
I love Adam Scott so much.
He's fucking goated.
He's so goated. And like, it's crazy because it's like before I started season 1 of Severance, I was getting ads for season 2, and I was like, wow, I did not know John Turturro's in this. I don't know who the woman is. And I was like, wait, is that who I think it is? And yeah, it's the guy
It's
from...
It's a spider guy from YouTube.
Spider-Man Homecoming and Shang-Chi's and Miss Cleve.
Sean Peak.
Yeah. I was like, wow, I did not know he was in this. And so whenever I started it, it was, very, very weird, obviously, because it starts off with Helly on the table and he's being asked all these questions. And I really love how, in the beginning of the series, it was kind of going, in like a religious and ethical aspect of like, oh yeah, being severed is like, it's like unethical. You're not like, it's a very bad thing that no one should ever do. Like, obviously in season 1, it had more of that presence, even like from like a government standpoint as well.
Hey, they're talking about like praising Kier and shit.
Yeah, I know. The show gets really, really fucking weird, but I love the mystery of it all. And so, in season 1, you're going through like, you're with these 4 people in MDR, macro data refinement. You have Patricia Arquette as Miss Cobell, Miss Selvig, which is like really, really fucking cool. Like, I mean, Patricia Arquette like delivers these lines with fucking pure greatness. And then you also have Tremel Tillman,
the goat.
I know the guys, Mr. Milchick.
Discovery of the century, bro.
For real. For real. And then, obviously you have this whole thing with, you have your outer life and your innie life, it's kind of separate, but like time works differently. So it's like, to the innies, it's like kind of just a split second. You're already back at work. And then make that very clear with like just, use of camera angles and like just trippy stuff, like, going on with the elevator and everything. But I really just love how, like I said, the mystery of it all, because you have like in the beginning, it's like, oh yeah, PD's no longer here. You have a new coworker, and then PD's outside, and he's like telling Mark like, yo, like there's some shit going on down there, at Lumen. And obviously, you being an Audi, you're like, what the fuck, like, I just, like, what the fuck is up? He's like, yeah, like I saw, there's a separate floor where they work on these people and shit like that, right? And that becomes a whole thing, and PD's like reintegrating, and that gets down later on in the fucking season. Like, dude, this show has so much shit going on, so fucking cool.
Do you after seeing season 1, do you understand why I said this is the best first season of television I've ever fucking seen?
Yeah, I definitely, yeah, I'm with you on that. Because like even like with the dialogue too, the dialogue in and of itself is really, really fucking cool. I think like it has like the mix of, obviously since pretty much Lumen is a cult. That's pretty much what it is. It's a cult. They're gonna speak differently. They're gonna have like this, in a sense, like this old, this oldish yet very, I'm trying to find the word, like pretty much like very, very like classical Baroque dialogue that just matches like with the tone of the show.
And then you get into like the Audi shit, and then it becomes, I don't want to say normal, but like obviously the delivery is very different. It's more natural.
Yeah. And obviously, in season 1, you find out why Mark severed himself, because due to like his late wife's passing. So that's what I thought. And dude, like whenever I was watching it, dude, like I think it was literally like episode 6 or 7, but like before that, Mark tried to go on a date with like pretty much like the midwife of his sister Devin, and really weird husband Rickon,
the Tinkerer,
and yeah, the Tinkerer, yeah. And then like he's putting back up the pieces and shit, and it's fucking his wife. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no fucking way. I was like, this is fucking crazy. But I also like love how, in a sense, like the Audi life is peering into the innie life, because obviously there was a book that Rickon gave Mark that was stolen, and it's pretty much like, oh yeah, like when it comes to working, you have the ability to have a life. And that's when there's like the whole innie shit going on, and that shit, things get so fucking crazy in season 1, dude. It's so crazy. And then they formulate this plan to pretty much see like what their Audi's lives are like, and it creates like so much fucking tension. And then you have everything's coming together. You see that Irv was part of the military. He lives alone, but he's making all these paintings because he knows that like subconsciously there's a lower floor, the black hallway. Dylan being Dylan, he has a wife and like 2 kids. I think 3 kids or whatever. But he's like not the best at like his outside life. And then we see one of the biggest fucking plot twists ever, that Helly is an Egan and she's part of the family. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Like, oh my God.
Like, fuck.
And then it's the question of like, why? And like,
yeah, it's like why and everything. And like, what is she gaining from all this? And everything like that. And then you have, you know, like if I was part of the crowd back then, but one of the greatest cliffhangers ever of she's alive.
Never been more upset by a cliffhanger in my
Dude.
bro, imagine having to wait 3 years for some resolution to that, bro.
God.
Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah, I'm lucky. And then season 2, it's like it drives the fucking nail deeper, bro. It drives it in deeper because, like, you know, it opens up with them back at work, and it's crazy because, like, to them, 5 months have passed since, like, you know, that whole shit happened. But, like, in the outside world, it was like what, like a week, like kind of like a week or two.
I don't remember.
I'm not entirely sure. But then, you know, obviously you have Mr. Milchick being like the floor manager now because Cobell got kicked out because she lied about Helly trying to kill herself. So obviously that was bad because we now know that Helly's an Egan. And then, so like Mr. Milchick has to deal with, you know, MDR, Mystery Incorporated type of shit all the fucking time, which is like, I feel so bad for the guy, but it's like, fuck, dude. You know, he is supposed to be an antagonistic force. And now we had talked about the whole Helena Ega thing, like outside of the podcast. But you know, the group is discussing what they saw in their Audi lives, and you know, Mark was just like, yeah, you know, I got some people that care about me, and Irv was like, yeah, I'm just a painter. I've been seeing pictures of like a black hallway. I have a dog, and then Dylan's just like, I got a wife and kids, and blah blah blah. And then you have Helly, who's like, oh yeah, there's like, I was a night gardener, everything.
No, she just lived in a shitty apartment. And then John Turturro was pressing her about it, and she was like, there was a night gardener.
And then
in that moment, I was like, that's Helena.
Yeah. And then so, you know, later on, I totally forgot what happens like in those couple of episodes, but obviously, you know, you have like, there's the introduction of Miss Wong, who like, they're like, why the fuck is there a kid here?
And then the audience is like, why the fuck is there a kid here?
Oh, I forgot. Like in the first episode, they got replaced. And then they were like, Barry's like, nah, like I want my old team back. And that's when everyone comes in. Because I remember like Miss Wong was like, I'm not your friend, I'm your supervisor. And then he's like, yeah, I've made 3 great friends today in that, like, you know, the little ball game.
Yeah.
But
it's so fucking, the vibes are so off. It's so good.
I know, it's so crazy. I'm glad they got those motherfuckers out, bro. It was not gonna work.
You don't like, imagine watching Parks and Rec and being like, yeah, this guy.
So happened.
Watching Step Brothers and being like, this guy.
Yeah. But
watching Madam Web and being like, this guy.
Oh, we already know who that was, bro.
Bro, we haven't even talked about the fucking cinematography of this goddamn show, bro. Talk about probably the best looking show on TV. I mean, it's probably the best show on TV, but like also the best looking.
The cinematography is so fucking amazing, but also not only the cinematography, but the set design of everything.
Oh yeah.
The set design is so good. And I love how the cinematography and the set design go hand in hand, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of movement within like some of the scenes like going on throughout the show. There is definitely a lot of transitions, and there's obviously like a lot of like really good like symmetry going on with the cinematography as well. So I'm just really glad that with the cinematography, it makes everything so beautiful. And like, also, I love on the outside, everything's all like cool. It's like cool toned. It's like very like vibey and everything. It's really fucking crazy.
Yeah, the cinematographer Jessica Lee Gagny, she's like from Quebec. I don't fucking know, but what a ridiculously good cinematographer. I can't imagine what this show would look like if she wasn't the cinematographer. And then obviously we know that she made her directorial debut in season 2, episode 7, I want to say.
Yeah.
And just the shots in that episode are fucking ridiculous. It also helps that that this is streaming on Apple TV Plus, because it is, compared to every other streaming service, it streams at a higher bit rate than any other streaming services, which is also why it looks so fucking good. It's like I think it streams at like double the bit rate that like Netflix does. Like their shit's fucking quality.
Yeah, but like I think like in terms of like just overall like outside of the quality of everything, I mean, because like there's also like very gorgeous, like, you know, the gorgeous shots alone, but like just like the acting also helps too. And I also just really love how in this season they go so deep with like the lore of like everything, because everyone's like, you know, like well, like who is this? Like I know like Kier is kind of like their god in a sense and shit like that, and like they live in a city called Kier. And even like also like in season 1, you know, you have like, you know, the Egans, and like there's a whole like lineage of them, and it goes into the company's history. But I just like love how along with that they just go so deep into what they're trying to explain. But I think the best episode this season was definitely like Woe's Hollow. I think that's actually the name of it.
Which one's that one? Oh, was that the one with her at the snow?
The snow, yeah.
Yeah. Bro, fuck, what's the actress's name for Helly?
Britt Lauer.
Yeah, Britt Lauer, bro. That episode, all the Emmys. Give her all the Emmys, bro. When she, like, her micro fucking expressions, when she shifts, she's not really shifting. It's more like Helena going from trying to be Helly to going back to Helena. It's so fucking subtle, but so clear. She's ridiculous in that episode.
Yeah. And like, dude, it's so like, just like even like John Turturro in that episode as well. And dude, it's such a fucking great it was such a great episode. But like them like clocking him clocking everything, bro.
It was like, me, bro.
No,
I was like, this motherfucker, this is not a fucking
yeah, because he was like, you know, he was trying to tell him, like, he's like, yo, like, I think something's up with fucking Helly, bro. Like all the shit she was telling us doesn't add up. And obviously, you know, Mark is like in love with her, and he's like being in denial.
Yeah, so he's kind of blind to it.
Mm-hmm.
And Dylan isn't really all that close to her, so he's not really gonna clock it either.
Yeah. It's and everyone's like, yo, you know, what the fuck is your problem, bro? And it was like the show tried to get you to gaslight Irving, and you know, he kind of like goes off and does his own thing because, you know,
yeah, and then he was like, I'm gonna drown this bitch.
Yeah, because like, you know, because he was like, because, you know, at the time, you know, Helena was like, yeah, you know, he's just mad because he's lonely. He doesn't have anybody, and the one friend that he did have like is gone. And then he's like, yeah, you know what? You know, I'm gonna just go, bro. Oh, yeah, but also like in that scene, bro, I was gonna say, like, you know, also in that scene, like they're discussing, you know, the history and shit like that, and fucking bro melted because he was masturbating, he was jerking off, he was doing it. He melted, and then after that whole shit, bro, it was so fucking crazy. Cause like when Irving attacks like fucking Helena, and he's like, nah, like this isn't Helly, like she's an Egan, and you know, she's drowning her, and it was fucking crazy because it was like, do it, Seth, do it, and then he's like, yes, Seth, do it. And I'm like, bro, oh, that's such a great acting, bro.
And then I saw someone edit like what it looked like from like Helly's point of view. Like she's there standing on stage, and then all of a sudden she's just fucking drowning.
Yeah,
that's it's
that's fucking rough. Insane to think about.
Wait, yeah, man. Fuck. What? Oh yeah, Mr. Milkshake, getting a lot more play this season.
Definitely getting a lot more play,
and also
for sure.
getting a lot more, at least for me, I don't know, sympathy from the audience.
Yeah, because
this motherfucker
he's getting fucking microaggressions.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's getting microaggression.
And bro, I think like it's such a. When I watch it, I didn't really think about it too much, but now it's like one of the most terrifying scenes of the show was the painting. Like when he gets like the painting, and like it was like, oh yeah, like they're telling him if you complete Cold Harbor, you and Marquez will be part of like history. And he gets the painting, but it's just like a fucking black dude with blue eyes.
Yeah,
this shit's so fucking nuts.
It was me in the photo.
Fucking Christ.
No, but yeah, it's like, because coming from season 1, like he's obviously great in that, but he's like, you don't get a ton of like, I guess backstory is not the right word, because like we don't really know about his past, but like we don't really see what goes on in his world outside of the severed floor. And in this one, and in season 2, we get a lot of that. And yeah, the microaggressions, and there's one other black person that works there, and he's like, you seeing this shit? And she's like, I can't. Like,
Where the fuck did Natalie go anyways?
I don't know.
I think she's like in the fucking basement, bro.
Probably.
They capped her ass
until they need her.
Cause like her eyes, whenever she was just smiling, it was like terror and like despair, bro.
Yeah, you can tell that like she is with him, but she can't say anything. But I'm also like, what's Milchick's like motivation for even staying there? Like, bro, gotta be getting paid some good fucking money.
Bro, he better be getting paid like $300K a year, bro.
I mean, with those fits, I mean,
bro, dude, the fucking biker fit he had on,
ooh, bro, was looking clean.
I know, clean as fuck.
Bringing over some pineapple and
I know
shit like that. Shit, I would have gone back.
I know, bro. Shit,
bro. If Mr. Milkshake showed up at my door with some fruit, I'd be like, man, you can have anything you want, man.
I know.
I fucking love this guy.
That's what I was saying. Like, cause you know, he's like he's supposed to be a bad guy, but then like he's too charming.
He's too charming, but they also, with season 2, they do make him sympathetic with all the microaggression shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like they're planting the seed. I think he is going to be a good guy by the end at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely.
But fucking maybe not. I don't know. Maybe he's just evil, but because he's black, he still experiences microaggressions.
Oh yeah, we definitely have a bigger thing to talk about of the finale. But even then, like, you know, he's like getting shit from the board. It's like, oh yeah, he used too many big words. And you don't know the side of your paper clips.
Yeah.
Which, like,
at first I thought the big word thing was like a Miss Wong complaint specifically. But
what she does is she did snitch on him.
Oh, for like, sure. But like, it seems like everyone else also agrees.
Yeah, most definitely. And then like I love that scene where it's just like, you must eradicate your childish folly, and he just keeps going over and over, and he's like, grow up. It's fucking crazy ass shit.
That guy's gay.
Huh?
The actor's gay.
Really?
Oh yeah. At least I read that on Twitter. So you know.
Oh wow.
I mean, I think he's gay.
It's okay.
I mean, Coleman Domingo's gay, and people didn't realize.
Yeah, met his husband off Craigslist. Crazy, but still.
Yeah, he's gay.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, have you seen his fits, bro? Ain't no fucking straight man coming up with those fucking clean ass fits.
You're right.
Which is why I question you sometimes.
What?
Sometimes you be putting on some fits, and I'm like, this dude might be gay.
That's fucking crazy. That's fucking nuts, bro.
You be looking too good sometimes, bro.
Okay.
Sometimes you're a little too well put together.
Oh my god, bro. This is crazy.
This is interesting.
Oh my god.
No, but Mr. Milchick's probably my favorite character.
Yeah, I can see that.
Is it because he's black? Maybe.
Is it because like it's just relatable? Yeah, maybe.
Is it because the scene in finale where he just fucking books it out of the fucking room? Probably. That was so fucking funny.
It's just
He's like, now because I'm duly swamped, I'm gonna have to leave you to this. He just slides it over and fucking books it. It was so fucking funny.
Shit.
I think I saw somewhere that apparently he only did that in one take, and that's the take.
That's fucking crazy.
He just walks out normally, and there's one take, he books it out of there, and they're like, yeah, that's it.
But like, can I say that I also love the character development of Dylan?
Oh yeah,
in this show, you know, obviously, you know, yeah, because they gave him they gave him some time with his Audi's wife, and his Audi's wife is like, you know, I'm kind of fucking with you a lot more, you know. Audi Dylan's a fucking bitch. But
yeah, he's always like filming.
Badass.
He's always like filming people on buses and stuff when they're fighting.
He's always asking superheroes to do a flip and shit.
Yeah,
like, but no, I just love how like that character arc for him. And what's funny is that like the theory for Dylan was that like people thought that he was going to take an antagonistic route because of the fact that he couldn't see his wife anymore, or the Audi's wife anymore, but obviously that was not the case. Which I think that would have been pretty cool.
I do really like how they wrapped it up.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because I thought his Audi was really gonna be pissed, and he seemed that way. But yeah, it's like as he was riding it, he was like, "Oh no, I get it."
yeah, he's like, I'm just not the best person, but like it's because of insecurity.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, but most definitely,
Dylan's goated.
He really is. Now, I also love the whole reintegration thing with Mark. That was happening.
Both storyline wise, but also visually.
Visually, yeah. That
my
was
God.
I think one of my favorite scenes is like Mark was going in and out of like his Indian Audi, and then like he jolts up and he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But yeah, all that shit was fucking crazy. But then like the fucking it was fucking, oh dude. But also like I like love it was episode 7, right? The flashback scenes.
Yeah.
That was oh dude.
And then that scene where it like goes down like through the wires and shit was apparently all practical.
Yeah.
Which is
practical, yeah.
Ridiculous.
I want to know how many shots I took, bro. I want to know.
It's one shot, bro. One shot.
Yes. One shot, bro.
Yep.
One shot or you're fucking banished from you're blacklisted from the industry. But yeah, dude, it was that was an insane episode. That's like one of my favorite episodes of the season for sure. Especially like how like, you know, the flashback stuff, like I just love that grainy film look that they did.
Oh, like at the end? Or in the flashback scenes? In
the flashback scenes, yeah. I love that grain look. But it was so cool. But like even the end of the episode, or at least like when Mark like goes to the door and like his like half of his face is cut and it's like all shrouded, he's like shrouded in black except for his mouth. That's fucking nuts. That's a crazy fucking shot. And like you watched the episodes before me, so you're texting me like, bro, episode 7 is that's some of the craziest shots I've ever seen. And I was like, we'll see about that. And then I'm like, yeah, this shit's fucking insane. This is so fucking insane, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah. Cinematographer has I will now be seated for anything.
Oh no, most definitely. But also, speaking of Gemma, poor Gemma, bro.
Yeah, she's getting fucking. I still don't really fully understand. Did she like? Because like, did she go in there with? Like, did she understand what she was signing up for? Number one. Number two,
think so.
Like, because she's only Gemma when she's outside of the rooms. How long is she out of the rooms? How long is she in the rooms? So like for Mark and whatever, it's been like what, like 2 years. So for her, has it only been like a couple weeks?
Yeah.
There's still a bunch of questions.
But I do like
unless I missed something.
So like after like watching like this guy I follow on TikTok, he like was going into like Severance, like with like all the theories aside, and he's like, yeah, I think like I know what they're doing, and obviously it's explained that with the help of Cobell explaining to Mark that the numbers are the tempers, and they're using that to like create
different innies, basically.
Yeah, different innies, but they're also trying to make it to where they could just remove
everything.
Any past,
make her like an emotionless drone.
Reset the fuck out of her.
But then it still raises the question, like, for what purpose?
Yeah. Which we'll get to that probably.
And it is interesting how, like, it ties into this, because in season 1, when they explained MDR, it was like, yeah, you pick the numbers and you like feel whatever, and it's like, okay, I guess whatever the fuck that means.
I also like love like how like because of all this, you have like in the finale you have Gwendolyn Chrissy and like their characters like giving the goat, and the goat's supposed to be like the symbolic thing of when you kill the animal, you in a sense are giving that life to like another person, and like that sort of way. But I also like love how it tracks back to what Helly said in season 1. It was like, oh yeah, are you like raising me like cattle and you're gonna use me as shit? And, like, it's kind of crazy like that.
You know what I wanted more in season 2 that season 1 had?
What?
Just fucking like weird ass rooms.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
just wandering the hallways, walking into a door, just some weird fucking shit.
Because they got the opportunity. They're like, yeah, you can just we remove all the cameras. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. But because obviously in season 1 it was explained that all the departments are
monitored.
They're monitored, and you can't really do anything about that. But like how we got optics and design in season 1, I would love to see them like walking around like, oh, this is a different department. Let's see. Oh, going back to Milchick and the whole microaggressions thing, the marching band is also a big thing too.
He's fucking killing it.
Yeah, that, but like also the marching band is all full of fucking black people and shit like that, or mostly black people. It was mostly full of black people, bro.
I didn't notice. I mean, I noticed there were black people there, but
hey, bro, they're using them as fucking entertainment.
Damn,
using niggas as entertainment, bro. It's kind of crazy. Using melanated warriors as entertainment.
Melanated warriors is crazy.
Yeah. But like, dude, this fucking dude Milchick got some fucking strength, dude.
He got some strength, but I don't know, man. You just like, do you think he like fucking practiced that?
I don't know, bro.
When does he have the time?
What the fuck? We need a Milchick origin story right now, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, I couldn't. This is the thing about Milchick, because like they lock him in there. I'm like, I don't know. I felt bad. I'm like, let him out. I don't know.
Like, come on, please. Yeah. You can't ever just have a good time, bro. He was just dancing, he was vibing, and then like,
yeah, he wasn't
naked, and then he gets locked in a bathroom. Like, bro, you can't ever have shit.
Poor guy.
And then even like in season 1 when they're dancing, he gets fucking bit. Can't have shit, dude. He wants to escape all the fucking shit he's enduring during fucking work, bro.
Yeah, I need season 3. I need just a Milchick episode. Just everything is about Milchick.
Yeah,
I want stuff from like I want flashbacks from like season 1 and season 2, just from his perspective.
Yeah,
I just give me a Milchick spinoff.
No, that would fucking work. That would fucking work. Oh, dude.
Watch him do some like fucking irredeemable shit in season 3. I'm gonna take all this back.
I would hate for that to happen, bro.
I don't know. It depends. Because what's his motivation? Why is he there? For what? Like, leave. Or I mean, I guess technically can't, because you're like a loose end or whatever, because it's a fucking cult or whatever. I don't know. Why is he the way he is? Why is he using those big words? I mean, I like him. I like his big words.
I strive to have that vocabulary. Devour flatulence.
Eradicate your childish folly.
I just love how that motherfucker got destroyed, dude. Thank God. Fucking hate that dude.
Big boy. Fuck.
Yeah, Drummond.
Yeah, Drummond. That was really fucking funny. He was like, "Okay, now we're gonna get down there. I'm gonna be in my Audi, and you're gonna."
And then it just fucking gets fucking massacred like a motherfucker, dude. But then I love how like the elevator's just still open.
Yeah, it's
trying to
closing
close on his fucking legs. It's fucking nuts, dude. That shit was fucking crazy. What else? There's so much. Oh, one of my favorite things was the innie and outie conversations with Mark. That was really cool.
Oh yes, I was like, what?
At the cabin.
Yeah. I mean, Innie Mark was being a little bit of a bitch, but
yeah, no, I mean like, because like Innie Mark was like, yeah, like I mean, you don't care about my life. Why should I care about yours? But like, he literally just said like, dude, we're gonna be like one person because of that.
And it's like I get it because like Helly and whatever, but like
yeah, Helly and Gemma. But who's to say that they can't have two women? You know, like poly shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's on God. Although,
because I mean,
it would just be Helena. I mean, I don't know how that would work. Can we erase one consciousness? Can we get rid of Helena entirely, and so only one consciousness remains? Oh, speaking of that, the when Helena like met with Audi Mark in that restaurant,
no fucking game whatsoever.
No
you are awkward.
Riz at all.
You fucking suck, bro.
Bro was like, she was like so fucking smooth with Innie Mark, but Audi Mark, she's fucking flailing.
Fucking suck, bro. Yeah, you should meet my dad sometime. What the fuck? Who says that on the first time meeting?
She's trying so fucking hard.
Hey, bro. Yeah, she's pregnant as fuck, bro.
Helly?
Yeah.
What makes you say that?
Helena and well, at least Helena's pregnant.
Well, they both be pregnant, but what
like are you confused?
What makes you think she's pregnant?
Well, because you know, James Egan's favorite thing is his favorite breakfast is raw eggs. And when Helena was there at the like, I think it was like episode 9, Jamie Egan was like, I wish you can eat them raw. Women can't have raw eggs. She's pregnant.
But when
well, also Jamie Egan doesn't even like Helena as well.
Yeah. I mean,
I think she's pregnant, bro.
I mean, it fully depends on Mark's pullout game.
The words will be not used in this particular time, but I think she's pregnant. I believe she's pregnant.
All right, that's your theory. It's recorded.
Yes. Damn, Irving's gone, bro.
Thank God.
Christopher Walken got fucking. He got fucking offended. He's like, I'm a Lumen goon, huh?
Wow, like, you called me a Lumen goon, Irving. What the fuck?
I also just love how like a lot of the episodes, some of the episodes at least, are going, you know, like from like the one Bert and Irv focus episode called Attila. I love that episode name because, you know, like Attila the Hun and shit like that, and how like it's supposed to be like kind of like this like force to be reckoned with.
Sure.
And then also I love I think it was called, I think that scene or the episode is called After Hours, which was like a Twilight Zone episode.
After Hours. Yeah, speaking of John Turturro, watch the Big Lebowski. John Turturro's in that for like 2 minutes. You think that guy's just like willing to do almost anything? That guy, he's a good actor.
Great actor.
I'm a little concerned about the, I don't know if it was racist or not, but
what?
His character in the Big Lebowski.
Oh.
Ethnicity is questionable. John Turturro's Italian.
Would it be the first time he had a racist role?
Oh, yeah. I asked my mom, I was like, he get the pass? She was like, no. I was like, why not? It's John Turturro. She was like, absolutely not.
There's just so much shit about this show that I love.
This is going to be an episode where we stop recording, and then like tomorrow we're going to be like, oh, fuck, we didn't talk about this thing.
I know. Oh, so like one of the theories that people were saying was that like Devin is a part of like Lumen. I mean, I never thought that at all.
No.
But also, one theory is that Do you believe that Rickon is part of Lumen as well?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. There's so many theories about the show that it's just like it's so funny and like comical to see, because like some of it would just be like the most outlandish shit you've ever heard, but then it's also just like some of the most tame shit. It's just like, I mean, I could believe it.
Yeah, like Helly being pregnant or something.
You think Helly being pregnant is a theory?
Yes.
All right. Hey
man, it's possible. I mean, she got it twice.
Yeah, bro. But what else? I know that Zach Cherry and Tramel Tillman were doing like an interview, and it was like, what is one of your popular theories? And one of them was saying that like one of the theories that they've heard was that Dylan and Mr. Milchick are related, or they're like dating on the outside.
I don't know about that one.
You think they're related?
Well, hey, I definitely don't think they're related.
Hey, they could be dating though,
No, I don't think. I feel like the relations thing seems pretty racist.
Yeah.
Don't you think if he went over to the house with the fruit, he would have been like, "Hey, cousin Milchick,
cousin Milchick, bro,"
or some shit? I don't fucking know.
Some pineapple. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
Were you gonna make a watermelon joke? You fucking racist. You fucking racist, man. Come back to work, Dylan. We have fried chicken. You fucking racist.
And at the waffle party, they get chicken and waffle.
Oh my god!
Drinking some Kool-Aid.
Dylan, just for you, we have grape drink.
Grape drink. Bro.
Yeah, it ain't grape juice, bro. Grape drink.
Nah, it's not a drink. It's that grape drink. A fucking double cup.
If anyone wants more Zach Cherry, he's in the Fallout show.
Oh yeah, no one ain't no one watching that shit.
It's peak, bro. Go fuck yourself. You think Marvel Studios is pissed that they wasted him without realizing?
Hey, probably. I mean, they always could bring him back.
True. Turns out he's the Hobgoblin.
Cleve turns out to be the Juggernaut.
Oh my god. You're a fucking racist.
There's so much. What?
You're a racist, man.
How?
We're talking about fried chicken and watermelon, and you think they're related?
No, I never said that. I said there was a theory that both of them had said that they could be related.
I didn't say you came up with it, but you do believe it.
I don't believe that shit. I definitely don't believe that shit, bro. I have one more thing. The Cobell episode, kind of crazy.
Because it was filler, yeah.
Yeah.
It was mid filler.
I don't know. For some reason, people just did not like episodes 8 and 9.
I don't
8 and 9. Like 8 was the Cobell episode.
Sure.
And then people were like, I did see, okay, I wouldn't say a lot of people, but I did see one person who was like, I did not like episode 9. I thought it was like very disappointing. And I was like, what? And then that's because they said that like it like left them on a similar cliffhanger as the finale in season 1.
That's why there's an episode 10.
Yeah, I know.
All right, well, I can't think of anything else.
I can't think of anything else either.
Season 1, 10 out of 10. Season 2, 10 out of 10. Best show on TV. If by the end of its run, possibly one of the best shows ever made. Do you agree?
I agree. Yeah, I do agree.
Yeah, it's just peak. Definition of peak. You look up the word peak in the dictionary.
It's Severance.
Yeah, picture Severance shows up. It's Adam Scott just staring at you with his dumbass haircut. What an awful haircut. I like how everyone in that flashback episode was like, oh shit, I get it now. Oh, I see how he pulled Gemma. He's hot, actually. And everyone who watched Parks and Rec was like, yeah, no shit. I just want to know when Ron Swanson shows up. Anyway, Torrance, you watch anything this week? No, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't.
I watched P. That's what I watched.
You did watch P. Thor: Love and Thunder.
It's not go that far, bro.
But I watched stuff.
Yeah, you did.
Torn, I watched Saturday Night, the film Saturday Night, about Saturday Night Live, about the first episode of Saturday Night Live, movie titled Saturday Night. I really wish I liked this more. I give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6.5.
People liking SNL is crazy.
SNL is really good, man. Or it can be really good. Hey, man, sketch shows are always hit and miss. It's like there's at least one really solid sketch. And Weekend Update is always fucking really strong. Anyway, yeah, I wish I liked it more. The cast is really, really good. But I just thought the direction and just sort of the pacing was just a bit off. And it didn't really click for me, unfortunately. But it was fine. Again, I was mostly impressed with the cast. The guy who plays the Riddler in Gotham, the show Gotham, who plays the Riddler, he's playing Chevy Chase in this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he's really good, actually. But it also has the guy who's playing what's his name? The real guy, not the fucking actor. Cass. Where is he? Where John Belushi, guy who plays John Belushi, Matt Wood. Number one, he's doing a really good John Belushi. Number two, people want him to play Wolverine. And honestly,
I did see. I have seen what he looks like, and he definitely should.
Yeah, you can see it. He works out for like 3 months. He's there. And people were like, "Oh, he just needs a 6-pack." I'm like, "No, not really." But I also watched Argo, written, directed, and starring Ben Affleck. Or not, well, part of it's written by Ben Affleck, but what's his name fucking wrote it? Trash can writer. But again, I wanted to like it more. Although it was good. I think it's just one of those. This is one of those movies where it's like, I know the shit that happened because I like history, and this is a fascinating.
Chris Terrio.
Yeah, and this is a fascinating bit of history. I think the first half of the movie is a lot stronger than the second half, but it was really good. I think I forgot what the fuck I gave it. I think I gave it a 4 out of 5. Yeah, I did. Yeah, really good. But also wanted to like it more. Ben Affleck, trash. Anyway, no, I'm kidding.
Bro.
No, Ben Affleck's cool. He's fine. He's just a terrible Batman. Then I also watched Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul.
Shit peak, right?
Bro, that shit peak. It's delightful. I just, I don't know. Something about Wallace and Gromit, man. They're just the best. I really don't know what it is. And then you got fucking Feathers McGraw in that bitch, best villain of all time. He's just, it's just a fun time. It's just a fun time. 8 out of 10. I also watched Conclave. Man. Conclave. Really fucking good. Genuinely, really fucking good. Oh man, I forgot to write this down in my fucking what we watched. But yeah, it was really good. I liked it a lot more than I thought. I went into it kind of relatively blind. I knew the general gist of it being that the Pope dies and they have to find a new Pope. But outside of that, I don't really know anything about it. But yeah, the movie really comes together in its ending. The ending's really great. I highly recommend it. The cast is fucking amazing, and I still the cinematography is really good. This is the movie that won best cinematography at the Oscars. Still don't know if I agree with that over Greg Fraser, but it did have really good cinematography. It did. But yeah, it handled a lot of its themes well. There was a lot of because it's so internal. Because when they're picking the Pope, they like close everything off. They don't want any outside influence, so you never go anywhere outside of the building that they're in. But you just sort of hear of some stuff that's going on outside. It's just done really, really well, and I highly recommend it. It's one of those movies that's like, it's like, why would I? It's Ralph Fiennes. He's playing the conclave or whatever, and it's like they have to find a new Pope. It just, on the surface, it doesn't sound too interesting, but you get into it and it's very I was telling Nisa this because I actually think she'd like it. I was telling her it's very messy, but in like the girls are fighting sort of way. It's very drama heavy in that sense, where it's like people accusing each other of stuff. It's really good. But yeah, I think I gave it a 9 out of 10. I also watched Sicario, the film Sicario, with the people in it. John Jerry, what's his
I'm talking about Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro. We got Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin's what I'm thinking.
John Bernthal.
John Bernthal's in it for like 2 minutes. Yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya.
He was like, let me tell you something. Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya, who, yeah, I guess because like, yeah, the Daniel Kaluuya thing I was telling you, I was like, did he fucking lose weight for Get Out? He did. I just thought like, because Get Out's the first thing I saw him in, and he's like skinny in that. I just thought that's what he looked like. And I think I saw like an interview. I forgot if it was like with his agent or something. It was, or maybe his manager. But they were like, yeah, people just kind of think that's what he looked like because Get Out's his biggest movie. So yeah, like, because like when I saw him in Black Panther, it was like, that's the guy from Get Out. I was like, huh? He looks like, I swear to God, he looks like a different person. But anyway, yeah, Sicario was solid. I gave it like an 8 out of 10. I kind of wish there was like more action. I don't know if that's what I'm really what I was looking for. I don't know. I think I could have used a little bit more of something, but I can't think of what it is. Maybe more Benicio del Toro doing some shit, because he's an interesting character in that. Emily Blunt, also really good. John Bernthal, fucking, you know, everyone talks with John Bernthal, they're like, oh, let me tell you something, shit like that, but I never see anyone talk about how he's like always like turning his head. He's always turning his head 90 degrees, and I can never unsee it, but I love him. He's great. Just don't take naps around him. But I think that's all I watched. Just looking over it again. Yes, that is all I watched. So, Torn, is that the show?
That is the show. All
right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the Avengenerds podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Blue Sky. That's Avengenerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at It's Zenith on Blue Sky. Where can they reach you?
At Torrentino on Blue Sky.
Yeah, we also have a Discord. If you'd like to join the conversation there, this will be linked in the show notes. You can also check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars in a review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to Avengenerds podcast. We'll see you next week.
Later.